Today on the Boot Guide, we're looking at the KEEN utility, the TACOMA, waterproof, non-metallic construction. So most of the time when we all start thinking about the KEEN utility work shoes, what we're really thinking about is how much they resemble outdoor shoes, hiking boots, approach shoes, stuff like that. KEEN decided they were going to build a real hardcore work boot. And what do I mean by that? Well, they started out correctly. They used a welt construction for the sole. Instead of using a direct attach, which KEEN is known for, which is a phenomenal system of building a boot, they stepped it back a few generations and went into a Goodyear welt. But by doing this, they could control the layers of rubber a little bit better to build something that's going to be more durable and more slip resistant for you on the work site. Now, the sole they're using meets all the ASTM standards for slip and EH. But they also used a sole that they could get a 90-degree defined heel in here. Now, this is the soft toe model of the TACOMA. Everything inside this boot is non-metallic. There's no safety toe, but all the parts all the way up are all made of thermoplastic or some sort of high impact freeze and shock proof plastic. The shank that they used inside is also a composite TPU type shank, so there's no metal there. So this boot is a really good boot for people working with high voltage that don't need to have a safety toe but need a long wearing, dependable, durable boot. Now, the good thing about being KEEN when it comes to building work shoes like this is the list of materials they can pull from. See, since KEEN does outdoor shoes and casual shoes, men's and women's and kids, and just they play with all those materials, when it comes to building a work boot, they can take some of those materials from the other types of shoes and throw them together. And when they put them together correctly, as they did with the TACOMA, well, you end up with a really heavy-duty, hardcore work boot. Now, the TACOMA, well, it's waterproof. It's waterproof with Clean's-Dries. Now, KEEN Utility has been using the Dries, their own little waterproofing system, for a long time. And I don't know many guys that are complaining about it. About the only time I've ever heard a complaint about the Clean-Dries not holding up and or wearing out is when the boot itself had reached the end of its life and it started to crack and fall apart. Well, when a boot starts to do that, you know it's not going to be waterproof anymore. They finished off the inside of this boot really nice with a really thick padded collar. And unlike some padded collars that are just at the top, KEEN carried it down past the ankle bone. So as you break in this boot, as you crush down this padding, you create a pocket for your ankle inside there. Rubberized toe, rubberized heel cup. Two really key points that make this boot more durable. KEEN sends along their sock liner built into the shoe. You'll find this in almost every single KEEN utility boot. This specific one too. And it's got the nice cushion heel. This hard black material is really stiff and offers arch support, which will also double in with the boot because the boot itself is also reinforced in the arch section. So you get a nice supportive cushion boot. Now, the TACOMA, since it is a dual density sole and it does have a cushioned footbed inside there, it's not as soft as you would think. It's not going to be this buttery soft, bouncing around, happy on your feet type boot. This is a work boot, and KEEN wanted to make a work boot. So they left the materials a little stiff. The welting process makes the boot a little stiff. It doesn't twist and bend as much. But after a few weeks in this, after you break this boot down to the shape of your foot, you're probably going to figure out that this is a really comfortable boot. Size scale, 7 to 15, mediums and wides. Now, this is the part where I usually try the boots on, but today I'm going to try them on with this KEEN Utility Durazone sock. Now, this is their ultimate steel toe sock, and this is something new. It's a wool blend. It's got all kinds of bells and whistles. I'm not going to go over them. I'm just letting you know that this is the sock I'm going to be wearing. It's red and blue. It's got a left and right toe. And if you want to know more about this sock, swing by thebootguide.com. There I'll have a whole write-up just on the sock alone. So that's the KEEN TACOMA, 100% waterproof with KEEN.Dry's soft toe, fully electrical hazard boot. Hey, if you're currently wearing a KEEN TACOMA or any of the welted boots from KEEN, please comment below. Let guys know what you think about a welted KEEN. It's really cool seeing something that's not that direct attach from them, and it's more of a work boot and less of a hybrid of an outdoor/work boot. Hey, if you want to know more about the KEEN TACOMA, please swing by to bootguy.com. There I'll have a nice little write-up on it. I'll have some detailed photos of all the hardware, the lacing system, the toe and the sole. I'll have all that information there for you. Plus I'll have a few links that'll make it a little bit easier getting a pair of these on your feet. Hey, please don't forget to hit my subscribe button below. It really helps out. And if you should have any questions about picking up a pair of KEEN utilities or just work boots in general, shoot me over an email. All right, until the next time, I'm the Boot Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.